My name's Leanne Devlin and I am a community hospice nurse for Northern Ireland Hospice. We offer hospice care, specialist hospice care at home for patients that have life-limiting illnesses, that have complex needs. My role then as a hospice community nurse is to help manage symptoms for patients, and that could be pain, it could be fatigue, it could be nausea. We also have a hospice at home team who call out to patients' homes for lengths of time to allow relatives or family members to maybe get a sleep, or maybe even to go out and get the groceries, and that can allow for the family member to be at ease knowing that that the patient is being looked after by a professional. Whenever we first meet a patient, they will generally have been contacted by the hospice on two occasions. Firstly, by a triage nurse who will make an initial phone call to the patient or their family member, introduce the role of the hospice nurse, and then establish what the complex issues are for that patient. Then that referral then is passed on to ourselves at local teams, where we will then contact the patient or the family and to arrange a first assessment visit. As a hospice nurse, we find it very valuable for patients and their families to have discussions quite early in their illness to establish where their preferred place of care, or indeed their preferred place of death, is. And that makes it easy for me then, whenever I feel a patient is maybe starting to struggle at home, that I can then refer to their inpatient unit for admission for the patient and avoid that crisis situation where the family are just completely struggling. A lot of the time, patients are very happy for their care to be at home until a point where they feel that they just can't manage, or indeed the family member can't manage any longer either. And if this is the case, then we can refer to our inpatient unit, where they can be admitted for symptom management, maybe for 1 to 2 weeks, and then discharged home to the care of the community hospice team again. And there's no set time as to how many admissions that a patient can have. You get the feel for whenever a patient isn't managing just as well at home, and very often they're very free to say to you, listen, I think it's time now, I would like to be in the hospice. And it's a very mutual decision, and it's often the best decision for the patient.